In today's economic and world climate, access, freedom, and family protection has never been more important. Citizenship by investment is a gateway to the world that can be obtained by qualified applicants in as few as 45 days. The St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment Program, established in 1984, is the oldest and most respected program of its kind in the world. Its passport privileges, with multiple countries added to its visa-free travel list every year, represents the gold standard. The country's reputation is stellar. It is part of the British Commonwealth, the head of state being the Queen of England, with a stable democracy based on the British parliamentary system. You and your family obtain a remarkable second citizenship for life, with no need to reside in the country and, most importantly, no need to give up your current nationality. The Citizenship by Investment Unit, with its renowned professional and advisement team possessing over 30 years' experience, can now process applications in an efficient and expedited manner. St. Kitts and Nevis is also a prime tourism destination located in the Caribbean, 1,240 miles southeast of Miami, with direct flights from the USA and major European markets. Conveniently positioned for business and commerce, the official language is English, and its national currency is tied to the U.S. dollar. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis places priority on e-government, quality of life, and ease of doing business. St. Kitts and Nevis ranks number 1 in terms of real gross domestic product performance, with an economic growth rate over 5%. The IMF reports that macroeconomic conditions have been averaging about 6% annually, the strongest in the region by far. Boasting the most advanced fiber network and the highest digital literacy rates in the region, St. Kitts is an attractive option for business operations. Having signed a free trade agreement with Canada, there are no taxes paid for goods manufactured and exported to Canada. As a citizen of the Caribbean community, businesses are able to enjoy duty-free trading in 15 countries in the region. One of the most attractive features of St. Kitts and Nevis is that you're not liable for wealth, gift, inheritance, foreign income, or capital gains tax. When it comes to safety and security, this is without doubt the number 1 priority, and all these benefits also apply to your wife, children, and elderly parents. Any number of dependent children below the age of 25 qualify for citizenship, which is a unique advantage over other programs that impose tight restrictions on age requirements. Most importantly, various universities with international accreditations are located in the country, with thousands of students attending from Canada and USA. With fantastic beaches, sea air, lush vegetation, spectacular scenery, rich West Indies culture, a friendly atmosphere, and safe environment, St. Kitts and Nevis makes a perfect home. The reputation of the St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment Program is simply incomparable with other programs. In 2009, St. Kitts and Nevis signed a treaty with the European Union, and now citizens can travel freely to 125 countries worldwide, throughout Europe, and to all Scandinavian countries, visa-free. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis invests heavily in developing the Federation and has a fresh international outlook, focused on infrastructure, renewable energy, education, and technology. Citizenship can be obtained via 2 simple avenues: property investment or contribution to the Sugar Industry Diversification Foundation. Take the first step now to secure your interactive guide to becoming a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis. Live in abundance and travel freely with St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship.
Pleasant good morning. I'm afraid I'm here in borrowed robes today. The Prime Minister was due to come to address you and had to to withdraw due to demands at home. So I'm going to read his presentation as if he were reading it to you today. Special guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be here today with you in Cannes at what can undoubtedly be described a platinum standard event. I come to you from St. Kitts and Nevis to speak about another platinum standard, the platinum standard of citizenship by investment. It is not a phrase to be taken lightly, as it reflects the demanding yet necessary journey we have taken to emerge as a country which offers a product rooted in strength and integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may, I would like to ask you to cast your minds back to 1994, when the economic citizenship industry was born. For an investment in the future of a twin island nation, one could become a citizen of that country. The development and evolution of this model came at a time when the world was less globally connected. There were no high-speed internet. International travel was costly and more time-intensive and sometimes difficult. And communication with all others around the world was not as instantaneous a process as it is today. 1984 was where it all began for citizenship by investment, and it began in the twin island nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. As Prime Minister of this beautiful federation, and it is indeed a true paradise, I'm humbled to speak to you about our offering, because it is one that has stood the test of time. For us, adopting such a revolutionary framework was not easy for the government of the time. But we realized with creativity and forward thinking, we were at the forefront of this decision-making process. Over the years, the Citizenship by Investment program has seen myriad challenges, but I strongly believe that such is the organic growth for any worthwhile product. This is a concept that the best houses for internationally renowned cheeses and wines in France understand well. Success requires commitment and hard work. Like our program, we have not achieved the platinum standard status overnight. We have evolved, gone through challenges and changes to become what we are today. Our forward-thinking approach to the economic citizenship industry has held us in good stead, and it continues to do so. I'm pleased to share that even by conservative estimates delivered from the IMF a few months ago, we are experiencing year-on-year GDP growth at a rate that is the envy of many. Both islands of St. Kitts and Nevis are experiencing strong economic growth. We are set to reach the Eastern Caribbean currency debt to GDP ratio by 2018, 12 years ahead of schedule. I'm also pleased to share that the development of infrastructure as well as the service industry has led to historic growth in the islands. Our banking sector remains stable, and the investor confidence is increasing. We are continuously developing and deepening our diplomatic relations with nations around the world, and our routes to trade remain strong. The global links are important elements of the Citizenship by Investment program, with mobility and freedom to travel as critical to this endeavor. Our Citizenship by Investment enables discerning investors with the requisite resources and an eye for quality and extraordinary opportunity to invest and to belong to a modern, growing nation, St. Kitts and Nevis. But I will tell you that well beyond the financial investments and the multiple opportunities for returns on investment is a unique opportunity to establish an enduring relationship with an independent, sovereign state which is quietly and quickly on the way to becoming one of the best small islands in which to live, work, and play. In St. Kitts and Nevis, the Team Unity government, which I have had the pleasure to lead, came to office on February 16, 2015, pledging to make our country the best place for investors. We agreed to work more effectively with private sector actors who are the real engines of economic growth. We pledged to protect private property to expand economic opportunities and freedom for all, including the employees who deserve to have a better chance at obtaining decent work. we remain committed to ensuring that St. Kitts and Nevis remains a low-tax regime and one of the countries which imposes no personal income tax or capital gains tax. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that our CBI program remains an important part of our national strategic plan for promoting economic resilience, people empowerment, and sustainable development. Our citizenship program is a core component of our future development, and therefore, we are committed to maintaining the platinum standard. Earlier this year, we received high praise from the world's most comprehensive study on the economic citizenship industry, the CBI Index, a special report issued by the Financial Times Magazine's Professional Wealth Program. We received perfect scores in many indicators, including the area of due diligence, a crucial element of our program through which we ensure that only individuals with the highest moral caliber, with an unassailable social and corporate track record, can be considered. Our vetting procedures are rigorous and robust. Therefore, our domestic constituencies and our international partners and friends can be assured that we are attracting investment that fulfills our ethos as a strong, stable, and secure nation. The CBI Index also ranked our CBI program best in terms of the timeline to citizenship and the ease of processing and application. And this we achieve without compromising our commitment to maintaining the highest standards of due diligence and efficiency. Given the vintage of our program, we simply know how to ask the right questions and to engage the right resources and to get the best outcome. We also know what our investors need. I know that some investors do not necessarily wish to have a face-to-face interview or to be restricted to certain residency requirements. For this reason, there are no obligations for potential applicants to come to the island during the application process, though, of course, we would encourage you to do so. Hence, the due diligence becomes an even more important component. It is paramount and must be robust and alive to changes around us. These are important features of our program that make it a sophisticated offering. We understand the needs of our clients, the demands of their work and business, and the importance of securing good opportunities and lifestyle. We also offered an accelerated application process whereby an investor and his or her family can be guaranteed citizenship in 60 days or less. This is a feature only the St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment Program offers, and it is these kinds of added benefits that set us apart from other programs. I say without boasting, only because it bears repeating, that St. Kitts and Nevis is a pioneer of the citizenship by investment space. I am flattered and encouraged by the fact that virtually all other programs today have borrowed elements from our program. Indeed, you will find that the majority of strong and stable CBI programs are offered by small island nations in the Caribbean. It is no accident that these countries are also delivering services of integrity. I mentioned earlier that our Citizenship by Investment program emerged as an example of our government's strong foresight and vision for the country. Now, more than ever, this agile approach to governance is what nations require to remain viable in an unpredictable and increasingly introspective world. As I am sure you are aware, the Caribbean has not been without its challenges over the last few months. Hurricane Maria and Irma left a trail of devastation and destruction in their wake and brought to light the need for us to be better prepared for future catastrophic natural disasters and to use our creative mindset to ensure that stability and security remain a part of our nation's development landscape. Last month, we launched the Hurricane Relief Fund, a temporary investment contribution module to our Citizenship by Investment program, thereby allowing new investors to play an integral role in securing our country's future. There's a lot at stake, and when you think of a paradise, you can picture our federation. I am proud to say that we have always been the forerunners in this industry, and the Hurricane Relief Fund is an opportunity for us to continue to be a nation of improvement, development, and above all, economic agility. The Hurricane Relief Fund is temporary, as I've said, with all contributions going directly towards preparing for future adverse weather events and to repairing recent damage to infrastructure. Investors are invited to contribute $150,000, and in exchange, that is US dollars, sorry, and in exchange we provide a single applicant and up to 3 dependents citizenship of our country. This offer ends on March 30th, 2018. We hope that with your help, we will be able to support our fellow neighboring countries who too have been affected by severe hurricane. All of the same unique benefits apply to this contribution. We will continue to offer the same platinum standard, the same environment that is conducive to starting a business, the same wealth mechanisms for diversification, the same opportunities for simple and expansive travel, the same streamlined accelerated application process should you wish to expedite your application, the same tax benefits, and most importantly, the same robust security that comes with a firm attitude towards due diligence. One hardly sees new investment opportunities where a reduced fee means the same high-quality product, but I'm pleased to say that this is one of those rare moments. But rest assured that we will not compromise on quality. This approach is born of a history of commitment to quality, thinking ahead, and preparing for the unpredictable. I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, that there are parallels to the headspace and mindset of a discerning applicant. The savvy and sophisticated investor is always thinking ahead and planning for their next move in anticipation of what the future may or may not hold. As Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, my job is to lead with vision and forward thinking, prepared for the unexpected. Those who seek our citizenship by investment, I believe, also share that mindset. The Hurricane Relief Fund was developed through this kind of thinking. Like other nations, we too must remain agile in the face of change and uncertainty. It is said that no man is an island, and as Prime Minister of 2 islands, I understand this better than most. Therefore, we work hard to carve out our space, but we do so responsibly and with a full awareness of our role in a community of nations in a global world fraught with uncertainty. Over the years, because of the program's success, and indeed the way it has been woven into the economic fabric of our country, citizenship by investment has played an increasingly important role in the efforts to modernize St. Kitts and Nevis. The government's contributions delivered by the program now account for nearly 42% of the country's revenue. For us, it is an important socio-economic vehicle, and we welcome the savvy investor to be a part of our future development. CBI program is a critical tool in helping us to advance our national, social, and economic development, especially now that traditional sources of finance and access to international loans and grants are on decline. As part of our strategy for modernizing our economy, extending opportunities for all, and making our development more sustainable and resilient, we have successfully diversified away from a previous 360-year-old dependence on sugar production. Our economy now boasts new opportunities in tourism, financial services, manufacturing, commercial agriculture, renewable energy, and miscellaneous small sectors. In the same way that St. Kitts and Nevis is preparing for a bright and sustainable future, so too is the truly discerning applicant for the Citizenship by Investment program. I consider it a win-win scenario and a mutually beneficial model that binds us and strengthens our country. We welcome economic citizens to partake in the promising times ahead and look forward to providing new and previously unexplored opportunities. Not all of us are born into stable societies, but our program provides a product that reaps rewards for individuals and their families around the world and empower our local communities. There's a lot at stake, ladies and gentlemen, for a growing country. The events of the past month remind us all in the Caribbean that we must what we stand to lose and how we must engage in a robust but flexible concepts and policies that will ensure that ongoing preservation of our island is paramount. Knowing what is at stake raises the bar in everything we do. I believe that the Hurricane Relief Fund places some control back in the hands of the government and into yours as well as our partners and as stakeholders. As the longest standing CBI program, we have stood the test of time. We continue to provide a product of integrity and sophistication. We continue to provide the platinum standard of citizenship by investment because anything less is not good enough. But longevity is not assured without hard work and staying competitive and forward-looking, even for our Citizenship by Investment program as the forerunner of this industry. Our success demonstrates that we do not shy away from new and entrepreneurial opportunities. We have placed the CBI on a more stable and sustainable path, and we are looking to the future. We welcome you to be a part of a country which is progressive, focused and committed to quality, integrity, mutual trust, and opportunities for all. I look forward to welcoming you as citizens and visitors to our beautiful Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Come, make St. Kitts your home, and I thank you very much for your attention.